The basement. Attack on Titan's whole plot revolves around its mystery and revelations. What seems to be a simple plot turning point is more of a catalyst, which serves as a remote control to corrupt and develop everyone we know into soulless humans. Broken, betrayed by their expectations. A mythic altar where the buried truths of humanity are buried and reborn. Once opened, everything shifts. What seemed like survival turns into prophecy. What felt like war reveals itself as ritual reenactment. Beneath those floorboards lies not just history, but destiny, and an unbroken cycle of inherited trauma that shapes every soul in its shadow. From the anime's beginning, Eren's obsession with that basement transcends mere curiosity. It becomes his crusade to gain freedom from ignorance, forgetting about his own goal to wipe out the Titan's existence. When he uses Grisha's key to unlock the locked drawer in that secret office and pulls 3 journals and a photograph into the dim light, the tone of the series changes forever. We shift from immediate horror to cosmic myth. Now the walls aren't just physical, they're constructs of memory, narrative, and destiny. Grisha pulled Eren into it. Eren must now play his part. The basement's prophecy isn't advice, it's a mandate. When Aaron's father wrote that photograph note, "I come from a place outside the walls where humanity lives in elegance," he wasn't just stating a fact, he was transmitting an expectation, a mission. Once you read AOT as myth, politics, state versus state, east versus west, becomes secondary. The real conflict is between ancestral identity and self-definition. The titans, walls, kings, and betrayals are ritual expressions of that conflict, not mere war strategies. And yet, the mythic loop can be broken. In many legends, a hero appears who senses the cycle, refuses to repeat it, and reshapes destiny. Does Aaron admit this? Some viewers argue yes. He concludes the rumbling to break the curse itself. But even this act becomes part of the myth. The basement doesn't account for its own negation. A hero's rebellion becomes legendary, and legend becomes prophecy. The loop reasserts its domination. By the end of the story, the world lies in ruin, walls gone, titans gone, history now universal. But the basement's ideology remains. Whether Aaron succeeded or failed, whether freedom was gained or structure replaced, bloodlines remember, memories endure. The trauma persists. Nobody won. But millions of lives are lost due to unaddressed trauma, past mistakes, and selfishness. The rumbling is the logical endpoint of the mythic loop. Every prior conflict hinted at total war. Every previous generation hesitated. Aaron does not. By initiating the rumbling, he fulfills every buried prophecy of Eldian dominion and Marleyan annihilation. Not because he wants to, but because the myth demands it. Because the basement demanded it, running in circles. In this light, even the most radical actions, Marley's conscription of child soldiers, the Survey Corps' last stand, the rumbling itself, are not new events. They are echoes, repetitions of the same desperate attempts to escape a curse that no one can fully name, much less destroy. Political systems rise and fall, leaders change, empires collapse, but the cycle of pain endures because it lives in memory, in story, and in blood. The conflict between Marley and Paradis is simply another manifestation of a far older war. Eldia's sins create Marley's cruelty. Marley's cruelty fuels Eldia's rage. Back and forth it swings, like a pendulum driven by ghosts. The genius of the basement reveal is that it transcends the world of Attack on Titan and speaks directly to our reality. Every nation, every culture carries its basement, its hidden crimes, its own buried traumas, its own rewritten histories. And like Aaron, we often only confront these truths after immense bloodshed and suffering. When we finally open the basement doors of our own histories, we are faced not with easy answers, but with uncomfortable truths. Truths that force us to question the narratives we were raised on and the cycles we unconsciously repeat. The question then becomes, can we break the cycle? Or are we doomed to become our ancestors, trapped in loops of guilt, revenge, and denial? Attack on Titan does not offer us an answer. That is perhaps its most haunting power. It truly etches itself into the viewer's mind, asking questions but with no definite answers. Why? It's meant to be that way. Not everything comes with a guaranteed solution. Sometimes all you can do is run, until your legs give up and you must carry your guilt. In the final chapter, we see a boy approach a tree strikingly similar to the one where Ymir first encountered the parasite that birthed the Titans. The myth, it seems, is ready to begin again. Even when the story appears over, the loop prepares itself for another turn. Because myths never truly end. They sleep, they change shape, they adapt to the language of a new generation, wearing new masks, but telling the same truths. In this way, Attack on Titan is not just a dark fantasy. It is a mythological text, written for us to reflect upon our basements, the ones we've inherited, and the ones we're too afraid to open. It's scary to think of where our depths will lead us, and how long is the fall into madness. I guess we'll never know. The basement was never just a room. It was always a mirror, and the reflection it offers is one we all must face sooner or later. What do you think? Are you strong enough to open your basement, or should you keep running away until the inevitable happens? Let us know in the comments if this video made you ponder.